Hello everyone, my name is Nargiza Azamova. I'm an English teacher of Tashkent State Agrarian University. Dear my students and all the listeners, welcome to my video lesson. And first of all, I would like to say that as we teach English for specific purposes, dear my students, you have to work hard on terminology which relates to the field of agriculture. And in order to improve your English, of course, you should work hard and try to do your best. And I hope you will enjoy my video lesson. Okay, let's get started. As you see, today's our topic is about seeds. Okay, let me read for first definition of the word a seed. A seed is an embryonic plant enclosed in a protective outer covering. It's a reproductive structure which disperses and can survive for some time. As you understand, a seed is a small embryonic plant enclosed in covering and with some stored food, and it can live for a particular period of time. And dear students, as you see, here is the word disperses. This word may be unknown for you, that's why I'm going to give you a definition. And disperse, it means spread or distribute over a wide area. Okay, there are two types of seeds, monocot and dicot. These two words are derived from Latin word. Mono means one from Latin and di means two. And to be clear, of course, look at the picture, and here you can see how it looks like monocot and of course dicot. Monocot, it's a plant that has one cotyledon and a leaf part inside it. And dicot, it's also a plant and it has two cotyledons. Cotyledons, it means stored food, and leaf parts inside it. Let's talk about three main parts of a seed. A typical seed includes three basic parts. The first one is, as you see, an embryo. The next one is a supply of nutrients for the embryo. And the last one is a seed coat. And again, look at the picture, dear students. While we are working with pictures, it will be more understandable for you. As you see, this is a seed. And external side of the seed is covering with a brown coat, and we call it seed coat. It's outer protective covering. And the next one is cotyledon. In other words, it's what endosperm. It's a food supply. And as I told you, it's stored food inside it. And embryo, it's a teeny plant. Now, dear students, we are going to learn deeper the internal parts of a seed. We have already talked about embryo, seed coat, and cotyledons, and how radicle, it means root, as here is written. And the stem of the embryo divides into parts, hypocotyl and epicotyl. Hypocotyl means it's a middle part of the stem, and the epicotyl is upper stem. And the plumule, it's what here is written, embryonic leaves. Another here is given a word, hilum. It's also unknown for you. And hilum, it means a scar on a seed. Now here is also additional information and factual information, I mean. Let me read one by one, and then we'll understand. The coat can be thin, soft, thick, and hard. Seed coats will not allow water and moisture into the seed. Moisture, it means wet. And when the seed words, we may say in inactive or passive state of the embryo. And when there are favorable, of course, weather conditions, the seed will germinate. Germinate, it means the seed will start to grow. And the embryo will break the seed coat, sprout, and begin to grow. Dear students, within this picture, you see how develops the seed. For example, here is given a seed, sowing seed, and then it's radicals, and hypocaudal, as I said, upper stem, and upper stem we call epicaudal, and the middle stem is hypocaudal, and root hairs. And another terminology which relates to this topic is seedling. The appearance of this young plant we call seedling. Okay, dear students, another necessary word collocation that you should know is seed germination. Germination, it means, is a process by which an organism grows from a seed or similar structure, and it results in the formation of what seedling. And seed germination depends on, listen attentively, both internal and external conditions. The most important external factors include, right, what temperature, water, oxygen or air, and sometimes light and what darkness. For additional information, dear students, seeds can be edible and inedible. Edible, it means that we can consume them and it's fit to eat. And inedible, it means we cannot eat them, it's not suitable for eating. And here you see some examples for edible seeds. Cereals, beans, nuts are examples for edible seeds. And petunias, green beans, broccoli, carrots, cucumbers are inedible seeds. Now it's time to word grammar. Today's our grammar topic is when clause. And let me first give some information about clause. There are two basic clauses, independent clause and dependent clauses, as you see here. And both kinds have a subject and a verb. And dear students, independent clause can stand alone and make sense, but dependent, cannot. Here is given, as you see, some clauses. For example, when I went to the coast, when he has a question, he calls the doctor. These are clauses. Now read them and think a little and find out which clauses are independent. Read them and think a little. Okay, dear students, underlined clauses are independent clauses. As you see, they can stand alone and make sense. But dependent clauses, they cannot stand alone. And here you see, here is a complete sentence, an idea, and it makes sense. And when clauses we use for describing different types of an action. Let me read the note. When clause relates an activity that occurs slightly before or at the same time as the activity in the main clause. Dear students, as you see here, let me read this third one. When the new park opens, I will go there every day. If the when clause comes before the independent clause, of course, you should put comma. And what do you think? Which part of the sentence comes first? Think and try to find out. In this sentence, he calls the doctor when he has a question. Firstly, when clause comes and then he calls the doctor. The first action is he has a question and then he will call the doctor. Dear students, thanks for watching my video lesson, and I hope you enjoyed my lesson and you have got a lot of information about today's our topic. And follow us through the site model.tadao.uz, and see you next time. Bye bye.